Welcome everyone. I'm excited to kick off today's presentation on mastering the art of vocal atmosphere. Today, we'll explore how to find the right voice tone to elevate your communication skills. We'll cover key techniques to craft your vocal presence and create engaging atmospheres. So, let's get started and discover how your voice can truly make an impact. When it comes to tone, it's important to remember that an authoritative presence doesn't mean you have to be loud. In fact, raising your voice can sometimes undermine your credibility and make you seem desperate or anxious. Instead, focus on a confident, steady tone that commands attention without shouting. Now let's talk about loudness level. Shouting might grab attention temporarily, but it often diminishes your authority. It can also make your audience feel uncomfortable or overwhelmed. So, the key is to find that balance, project your voice enough to be heard clearly, but avoid going overboard. This brings us to the difference between tone and volume. Tone is about how you sound, your pitch, pace, and overall attitude, while volume is simply how loud you are. Understanding this distinction helps you communicate more effectively. It allows you to deliver your message with the right emotional quality, reinforcing your authority without resorting to volume as a crutch. Throughout this presentation, remember that a calm, confident tone paired with appropriate volume enhances your credibility and keeps your audience engaged. Let's talk about how our voice can capture attention without us needing to shout. It's a powerful tool that helps engage students more effectively. When we speak confidently and clearly, we can draw students in and keep them focused. This directly improves our classroom management skills because students are more likely to listen and stay on task when our vocal presence is strong but not overwhelming. Now, the way we use our voice also sets the mood for learning. Whether we want the classroom to feel safe, excited, or focused, our vocal atmosphere plays a crucial role. A calm, warm tone can create a safe environment, while a lively, enthusiastic voice can boost excitement. Conversely, a steady, focused tone helps students concentrate during important lessons. In essence, the impact of our vocal atmosphere influences how students feel and behave in the classroom. It's a subtle but powerful way to shape the learning environment and keep students engaged and motivated throughout the day. Let's take a moment to reflect on the classic Humpty Dumpty story. As you can see, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall, high up and seemingly safe. But then, he had a great fall, which is a reminder that even when we feel secure, unexpected things can happen. All the king's horses and all the king's men tried to put Humpty back together again, but unfortunately, they couldn't. This story serves as a metaphor for situations where, despite our best efforts, some things just can't be fixed easily. Now, moving on to the Humpty Dumpty test, this is a playful way to gauge our emotional responses. Notice how the words on the slide, bored, jokey, angry, excited, capture a range of feelings we might experience in different scenarios. These emotions are important because they influence how we approach problems and solutions. Recognizing our emotional state helps us adapt and communicate more effectively. In the context of our overall theme, understanding these emotional reactions is key. It reminds us that managing emotions is part of resilience and problem solving, especially when faced with setbacks, much like Humpty's fall. So, let's keep this in mind as we move forward in developing our strategies. Let's talk about creating a warm environment. When we use a warm tone, it encourages students to share comfortably. It helps them feel valued and understood, which is essential for building a positive classroom atmosphere. A warm approach also builds rapport and trust, making students more willing to engage openly. You can use this tone not just for academic discussions, but also for chatting and asking personal questions. Overall, a warm and friendly tone fosters connection, making the learning experience more inviting and effective for everyone. Now, let's talk about providing neutral feedback. This is crucial because it helps ensure that the message is clear and objective. When explaining tasks, it's important to be straightforward and factual, focusing on the actual steps without adding personal opinions. Sharing information should be done in a neutral tone, providing facts or updates without bias. Giving instructions, on the other hand, needs to be precise and easy to follow, so that the recipient understands exactly what to do. So when should you use this approach? That's where tone 2, the factual voice, comes into play. It emphasizes clarity, making sure your message is easily understood. Remember, clarity is key here. Being clear helps prevent misunderstandings and keeps communication smooth. By sticking to neutral, factual language, we support effective communication, especially when conveying important information or guiding others through tasks. This approach aligns with the overall goal of clear, professional, and respectful communication. Let's talk about the magic of storytelling. When we use rhythm effectively, it truly captivates our audience. Rhythm has this wonderful power to hold attention and make the experience memorable. It creates what I like to call a magic atmosphere, something enchanting that draws listeners in. When done well, storytelling transports students into a different world, making the story feel alive and immersive. That's why rhythm is so important for narratives and read-alouds. It helps set the tone and keeps the audience engaged from start to finish. For this slide, we're focusing on tone 3, the storytelling voice, which is all about bringing that magical quality to life through expressive narration. When you combine rhythm with a lively voice, you're creating an experience that feels almost magical for your audience. Let's talk about kindness and how it plays a crucial role in our interactions. When we project empathy and understanding, we create a safe space for others to open up and feel valued. Offering encouragement is also key. A simple word of support can make a big difference in someone's day. One-on-one interactions are especially powerful because they allow us to connect on a personal level, showing genuine care and attention. For example, helping a student with a problem not only resolves the issue, but also strengthens trust and rapport. Throughout all these points, adopting a tone that is supportive and kindly is essential. When we communicate with warmth and compassion, we foster a positive environment that encourages growth and connection. Remember, kindness isn't just a nice gesture. It's a vital part of creating meaningful relationships and a supportive community. Let's talk about the importance of firmness in communication. First, it all starts with a belief in your own mind before you even speak. When you're confident and clear internally, that confidence naturally comes through in your tone. Next, being firm helps you establish boundaries. When you set clear limits, you're leaving no space for discussion or ambiguity. This is about being direct and assertive, not aggressive. By doing so, you're telling students exactly what they must do. You're providing clear instructions and expectations without wavering. And when we talk about tone, we need to adopt what we call tone 5, the authoritative voice. This tone conveys confidence, control, and professionalism. It shows that you're in charge and that your directives are non-negotiable. Remember, the goal here is to communicate effectively and assertively, establishing authority while maintaining respect. This approach helps create a structured environment where expectations are understood and followed. All right, let's talk about how humor can really transform the atmosphere in a room. First off, creating a positive environment is essential, and humor is a fantastic way to do that. When we break the tension with lighthearted comments, we make everyone feel more comfortable and open. It's about fostering a space where people feel at ease to share and engage. Telling jokes or funny anecdotes can also lighten the mood and make the experience more memorable. Just remember, the tone should match the situation. Think of it as using humor thoughtfully to support your message. That's where the humorous and jokey voice comes in, being playful but still professional. Ultimately, incorporating humor strategically helps build rapport, reduces stress, and keeps the audience engaged. It's a simple but powerful tool to enhance your overall presentation and connect with your audience on a more personal level. Now, let's talk about encouraging participation, especially when we need to check understanding or elicit information from our audience. It's crucial to create a comfortable environment where people feel motivated to share their thoughts. Asking for corrections is also a key part of this process because it shows you're open to feedback and clarification. When do we use these techniques? Well, particularly when adopting tone 7, which we call the hesitant voice. This tone is useful when you want to gently invite responses without putting anyone on the spot. The main idea here is to elicit, yes, elicit, responses. That means encouraging your audience to contribute, ask questions, or clarify their points. Remember, the goal is to foster engagement, making your communication more effective and collaborative. So, keep these strategies in mind as part of your overall approach, especially when the situation calls for a gentle, inviting tone that encourages participation without pressure. Boom! Your voice really is your most powerful tool when it comes to effective communication. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it. Starting with a clear intention in your mind sets the foundation for a confident delivery. Practice outside of class to really extend your range and become more comfortable with different tones and styles. Remember, consciously vary your tone to match the moment. This keeps your audience engaged and makes your message more impactful. And a quick note, tone is different from volume. It's about the quality and emotion behind your voice. So the key takeaways are to be intentional, practice regularly, and use your tone wisely. When you do, your voice can truly make a powerful impression and connect with your audience on a deeper level.